Mums with Hustle podcast, episode 514.
Welcome to the Mums with Hustle podcast, where you'll discover everyday mum entrepreneurs killing it in their industry. Learn the secrets you can replicate to create your own success with your host, Tracy Harris.
Have you ever wondered when and how to start using calls to action on Instagram without feeling pushy or without feeling salesy? And what about those of you that are in an audience building season and you haven't actually got anything to sell yet? What calls to action should you be using? Should you be using any at all? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to bring you so much clarity and I'm going to give you the answers to those questions, because the truth is that calls to action, well, actually we call them CTAs, are not just about selling. They're about leading your audience with confidence, with intention, and with service. And there are many different CTAs that you can use that create a micro conversion, even if you don't have anything to sell. So every single month inside of my Social Method Society, I actually host a live Q&A coaching session with me where my members meet me on Zoom and each other, and they bring their real-time questions. They bring their challenges and they bring their ideas directly to me. These sessions are so powerful because you're not just learning passively, you're getting coached, you're being mentored in the hot seat, and you're being guided in the exact areas that matter most to your Instagram growth and your business growth. And the Social Method Society, if you're new here, it is a monthly membership for women like yourself, women in business who want to grow on Instagram with strategy, with intention, and with heart. And inside of the SMS, you get coaching from me every month. You get a roadmap through my 6-stage social method system. You get monthly content calendars, up-to-date Instagram trainings, and a community of women who are taking action all together. So in this episode, you're actually going to hear me answer Michelle's question, because Michelle is a member of the Social Method Society, and she asked, when should I start using CTAs and what should they be? And this is such a foundational question, and the answer will shift how you show up in your content today. So let's get into it. When do you start asking for some calls to action from your audience, and what should those be? So my question for you, Michelle, and you can unmute if you like, we can have a little chat. At the moment, do you have email marketing set up? No? Okay. So if you did, and if you don't know anything about that yet, don't worry about it. Don't let that be a reason to not move forward, okay? Don't let that be a reason to feel overwhelmed. You'll get to it when you get to it, okay? That will come in at like stage 3, stage 4 of the social method, so don't worry. I was just asking because sometimes people do have that set up from day one, okay? So if you don't have a way of collecting people's email addresses, you obviously can't grow your email list using Instagram yet. So we don't want to be using those calls to action. If you don't have anything for people to buy yet, do you have anything? No? Okay, it's on the way. Cool. All right. So there's nothing for them to buy yet. So your calls to action could be things like follow, like hit the follow button. So when you're putting out content, it's going out. Everyone needs to remember this. I am preaching to myself right now because I am so guilty of doing this almost every single day because I'm in a habit. Okay. I feel so connected to my audience, the people that are following me, the people that have been there for years, that I forget that every time I post, Instagram shows it to people that don't know I exist. Yet I'm speaking to them as if they do know. I'm speaking to them as if they've heard my story before. I'm speaking to them as if they do know that I help female entrepreneurs build brands online from scratch and create digital offers and scale them. Like, people don't know that. So I want you, Michelle, and everyone to remember that when you're writing your post, you're writing your post for a specific person that doesn't already know that you exist. And so then a great call to action is to tell them to hit the follow button. So you need to always be telling them who you're for and what you do, even if you've got nothing to sell yet. Think of the idea that your Instagram account right now is about building a movement, and it's about building a community. That's what you're doing under your brand. Everyone's business is a movement and it's a community. Everyone write that down. That's what you're building. You're not building a following. You're building a movement. Your brand is a movement. Your brand is a community. And so you're going to tell people who it's for and what they can expect to get from you, like why they should hit the follow button, and follow for more if. So you can use that call to action. Follow for more if. So for me, I could say follow for more if you're a female building a digital business around your lifestyle and family goals. Straight away, someone would be like, oh, that's me. Now, I need to remember to do that way more often than what I do, because I've been doing this for 10 years. I feel like I am besties with my community and that everybody knows me. But my gosh, the world is a huge place. So if no one knows me, I got to remember that. So calls to action that tell people to hit the follow button. And then the other one is, calls to action that get people to respond. Like if you want to start building a bit of a wait list, like how far off is your product, Michelle?
That's what I'm not sure of. Like, I don't know. I'm started off doing tips for teaching for teachers doing English conversation. So I just give tips at the moment, but I guess I am going to go into like doing a whole lesson plan, like expanding on the tip. The tip is just the idea that I'm sort of giving them, but the actual how to do it would be what I'm selling, I think.
Yep. Okay. So another call to action could be starting a conversation or asking them if they've got any questions. So after you've taught one of your tips, you could say, have you got a question for me about whatever the subject matter was that you just taught?
Oh, okay.
You can leave and just tell them you can leave it below or you can send me a direct message. So trying to build community by starting conversations or initiating discussions. Now, it takes time for people to want to write back. And it takes time because really people don't owe us. We're strangers on the internet. No one owes us their time. And we just need to make sure that as business owners, we don't take that personally, that we don't get a little bit salty or sulky, or our childhood traumas of that time that we were bullied or not picked to be on the basketball team. Like we don't want all of that stuff coming up. Because it's not that deep, babe. That's what we say in my mastermind. We have to call each other out. We'll be like, all those reasons that you've got, all those feelings, it's not that deep. What is happening is people are busy. They're just scrolling. They got value and they didn't think to stop and comment. And that's it. Or they're shy. I cannot tell you the amount of beautiful people that are following you and reading your captions, not engaging, thinking it was wonderful, thinking you're wonderful, and then going to leave a comment, but second guessing what they're even going to say. They're shy. Leaving a comment publicly on a business owner's account feels exposing and vulnerable to them. And we forget that. So if you're teaching something and you're saying, leave me any questions or comments that you have, like that's not only asking someone to take time out of their day to respond to you, but it's also inviting them into something quite vulnerable, which is exposing themselves as not knowing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we forget that a lot of the time because our emotions are running the show and we're feeling not cool enough, not popular enough, like our post sucked. Does my audience even like me? Was this even valuable? Why don't they ever leave me a comment? Like we get our ego takes over and we forget that we're there to serve people. So it takes a little bit of time. And sometimes we have to experiment with the way that we start conversations or ask questions or invite a comment, because sometimes it's just the words that we used. So something like, have you got a question for me? I'd love to answer it. Feel free to leave it below, or if you'd prefer, send me a DM, like just being a little bit more gentle. Yeah. So it can be those sorts of things. So hit the follow button and getting people to leave a comment. And the way that you get them to leave a comment is by either inviting them into a discussion or asking a question or letting them select from something. So it could be, which one of these is something that you'd like to know more about, or which one of the 3 points is something that you've struggled with.
Okay.
Drop me a 1, 2, or 3 below. So sometimes giving people options instead of asking an open-ended question can also be a better way of getting people to engage. But when we just ask open-ended questions, sometimes it's too much for people, especially in this busy world of being overstimulated and overstretched. It's too much of an ask. So sometimes when we ask people to reply, if we just almost poll them in our caption, like, which one are you, person A or person B?
Right.
Or which one would you prefer, this or that? And now they're just commenting below with the options, and you're taking away the overthinking. So we have to experiment. We have to play. We have to always monitor our own mindset and our emotions and stay regulated and not flip our lids and think, I just spent 2 hours on this post and they didn't even reply. Stuff it. It's not worth it. My audience never writes back. Like we can all get like that sometimes. I hope that helps, Michelle, because you're in the stage of like building community and conversation.
No, it does so much, Tracy. That's fantastic. Now I know what I'm doing, because I've just been posting, not very well, but doing something and I don't say anything and I think, what am I doing? So that's great. Now I know what I can do. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And for Michelle and everyone, you can even start your videos with your call to action. So you could say something like, hey, listen, could you let me know in the comments which one of these actually feels like your biggest challenge right now? Or, hey, listen, I'm wondering, are you person A or person B? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so person A is da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Person B is you can begin with your call to action. And then you can repeat it again at the end. But can you see how we have to be curious? When something's not working, entrepreneurs get curious. They don't get emotional. They get curious. And so we say, wonder if I could have asked that in a better way. Or, I wonder if my question was just a little bit too loaded. Can I simplify it? We get curious. We don't make it personal. So thanks, Michelle, because your question's brilliant. And I think that we've all had times where we wonder, what call to action can I use if it's not directly selling? If this episode has supported you and you'd love to experience this kind of monthly coaching, clarity, and strategy with me every single month, then I would love to invite you to join the waitlist for the Social Method Society. Inside of the society, we actually call it the SMS for short. You get monthly coaching with me. You get a proven Instagram success path, which is my full social method. You get monthly strategic content calendars made by us, up-to-date trainings in a beautiful library, and a community of women who want to grow their business with intention, but also around their lifestyle. Now, the waitlist is where you get early access, or you get invitations to any free classes that I may run from time to time. There are often bonuses that are given to those on the wait list, and a chance to join whenever I reopen the doors. So just go to socialmethodsociety.com to put your name on the wait list. That is socialmethodsociety.com. And I can't wait to support you inside of the SMS, or if you've been a member in the past and you're wanting to return, we would absolutely love to have you back. So go to the socialmethodsociety.com now and pop your name on the wait list. I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye.